Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are filming another tropical weather update video here. This is July 2nd, 2022, and we currently have 3 areas of interest here. We have Tropical Storm Bonnie, which was named yesterday, about 23 and a half hours ago at the time of filming this. So actually, while we're doing this update, the new advisory may come out. The 11 a.m. advisory may come out while we're filming this video here. So, we'll first take a look at the 5-day geographical tropical weather outlook here. So for the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico at 8 a.m. EDT on Saturday, July 2nd, 2022, they corrected a typo in paragraph for the Eastern Caribbean Sea. Active storms. The National Hurricane Center is issuing advisories on Tropical Storm Colin, located near the South Carolina coast, and on Tropical Storm Bonnie, located inland near the Nicaragua-Costa Rica border. So, our one area of interest right now for the Eastern Caribbean Sea, a tropical wave continues to produce a broad area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms over the Windward Islands in the Eastern Caribbean Sea. Upper-level winds are not conducive for significant development as the system moves west-northwestward during the next few days across the Caribbean Sea. Formation chance through 48 days is low with a 10% chance, and formation chance through 5 days is low with also a 10% chance. Now, I'm not going to go through all that stuff because you'll get it in the advisories here. So now, let's go to Tropical Storm Bonnie here. So this is advisory 19A issued on Tropical Storm Bonnie. So the header for this advisory is Bonnie will move. I can't speak. Bonnie will soon move offshore of Nicaragua and emerge over the Pacific. Flash flooding and mudslides expected to continue over portions of Nicaragua and Costa Rica through the day. So this is about 50 miles northwest of Libera, Costa Rica, and about 65 miles southeast of Managua, Nicaragua. Maximum sustained winds are at 40 miles per hour, and its present movement is west at 14 miles per hour. So there have been no changes with this advisory. Tropical storm warning is in effect for Limon, Costa Rica, northward Sandy Bay, Serpai, Nicaragua, Cabo Blanco, Costa Rica, northward to the border of Nicaragua and Honduras. Tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere within the warning area, in this case within 6 to 12 hours. Interests along the Pacific coast of El Salvador, Guatemala, and southern Mexico should monitor the progress of Bonnie. So, at 7 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 1200 UTC, center of Tropical Storm Bonnie was located near yada yada yada. Bonnie is moving toward the west near 14 miles per hour and contained in a continued westward motion with a gradual decrease in forward speed is expected later today. A west-northwestward motion is expected to begin tonight or on Sunday and continue into Tuesday. On the forecast track, Bonnie will emerge over the eastern Pacific Ocean in the next couple of hours. Bonnie will then move offshore, but parallel to the coast of I can't speak. El Salvador, Guatemala, and southern Mexico today through Tuesday. Maximum sustained winds remain near 40 miles per hour with higher gusts. Gradual strengthening is forecast after Bonnie emerges over the eastern Pacific Ocean later this morning and should continue through Tuesday. Then hazards affecting land. Rainfall. Bonnie will continue to produce heavy rains across portions of Nicaragua and Costa Rica through today. Following storm total rainfall amounts are expected. Nicaragua and Costa Rica, 4 to 8 inches, localized 12 inches. This rainfall is expected to result in life-threatening flash flooding and mudslides. Wind. Tropical storm conditions are occurring in the tropical storm warning area along the Caribbean coast of Nicaragua and Costa Rica, and these will likely continue for several more hours. Storm surge. Water levels are expected to subside along the Caribbean coast of Nicaragua later this morning. Next complete advisory at 10 a.m. Central Daylight Time, which is in about 20 minutes of me filming. So, let's look at the arrival time of tropical storm force winds. And honestly, this isn't expected. Those islands off the Baja California landmass, I don't know what exactly that's called, but those islands are expected to start receiving tropical storm force winds Tuesday around 8 p.m. around that time frame. Obviously, that will change as the storm gets closer. That's the earliest you guys can expect to see tropical storm force winds. Now let's take a look at the cone. And look at that. By 1 a.m. on Tuesday, July 5th, Bonnie is expected to become a hurricane. If you remember when this first became a potential tropical cyclone, last Monday, I think now, it originally was supposed to become a hurricane when it was still in the Atlantic basin. Obviously, that never happened, and now it looks like Bonnie will become a hurricane soon, within the next 65-ish hours. Not sure exactly the math there, if I did that right or not. Now let's take a look at the key messages here for Bonnie. Heavy rainfall is expected across portions of Nicaragua and Costa Rica today. Life-threatening flash flooding and mudslides are expected, and tropical storm conditions are expected along the Caribbean coast of Costa Rica and Nicaragua within the tropical storm warning areas for the next several hours and along the Pacific coast of Costa Rica and Nicaragua today. So that's all for Bonnie now. Now we will move to Tropical Storm Colin, which yesterday at this time wasn't even an area to watch. I remember I woke up to get water, go to the bathroom at 4:45-ish, and then I see that the NHC would start initiating, can't speak, jeez, initiating advisories on Colin. So we will go in and take a look here and see what Colin is doing. This is Advisory 1A on Tropical Storm Colin as of 8 a.m. EDT. So the center of Colin remains inland over eastern South Carolina. Heaviest rains and strongest winds are along and off the Carolina coast. Its maximum sustained winds are at 40 miles per hour, and it's moving northeast at 8 miles per hour. There have been no changes with this advisory. A tropical storm warning is in effect for South Santee River, South Carolina to Duck, North Carolina, Pamlico Sound. Tropical storm warning means that tropical storm conditions are expected somewhere within the warning areas within 36 hours. For storm information specific to your area, including possible inland watches and warnings, please monitor products issued by your local National Weather Service forecast office. At 8 a.m. EDT, 1200 UTC, the center of Tropical Storm Colin was located inland over South Carolina near latitude, yada yada yada. Colin is moving toward the northeast near 8 miles per hour, and this general motion is expected to continue through tomorrow. A turn toward the east-northeast with an increase in forward speed is expected late tomorrow and tomorrow night. On the forecast track, the center of Colin is expected to move northeastward along or just inland of the South Carolina and North Carolina coast through Sunday, and then emerge over the western Atlantic Ocean late tomorrow. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 miles per hour with higher gusts. Little change in strength is forecast during the next couple of days. Colin is expected to dissipate over the western Atlantic on Monday. So, the hazards affecting land here. Tropical storm conditions are expected within the warning area in South Carolina this morning, and will spread northward to the warning area in North Carolina this afternoon and through Sunday. Rainfall. Colin will continue to produce locally heavy rainfall across portions of coastal South Carolina, South and North Carolina through Sunday morning. An additional 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, with isolated amounts up to 4 inches, is expected. This rainfall may result in localized areas of flash flooding. The next complete advisory is at 11 a.m. EDT. In about 15 minutes, we should be getting the next advisory. So let's take a look at the cone here for Colin. Looks like all the winds are concentrated on the northern and eastern side of Colin, which makes sense when I show you all the radar loop of both Bonnie and Colin here shortly. And as you guys can see, cone only goes up to 2 a.m. on Monday, as it's going off the coast of North Carolina and out into the Atlantic. Then, flash flooding potential. There's a marginal risk of flash flooding today and due to Colin along the South and North Carolina coast line related to Colin. So, what we are going to do now is go to Tropical Tidbits here for more info on these storms. So, first up, we're going to take a look at Tropical Storm Bonnie. And it still has a good low-level circulation here. If I could draw on here, I would. Actually, it looks like the center may have just re-emerged off the coast and into the Pacific. Obviously, we'll be able to know whenever the advisory is released, but it looks like Bonnie made it across the land masses of Costa Rica and Nicaragua, alright. And if we take a look at the visible high res, hopefully we can... Yeah, it looks like the center of Bonnie... I'm going to change to... That one, stop recording. Yeah, it looks like the center of Bonnie has made it across land masses of Costa Rica and Nicaragua. And Colin's advisory is out. So that will be its own separate video in about 2 hours or so. Both of these advisories will be their own video in about 2 hours. Well, not their own video, but I'll be recording that video in about 2 hours for the 2 p.m. advisory. So now we took a look at Bonnie. Once again, there's the cone as of 8 a.m.'s intermediate as of 5 p.m. I should say. 5 a.m. Jeez. Brain's on summer vacation mode. Can't think properly right now. Jeez. Most models here have this becoming a hurricane. The HWFI has it making it to a Category 4. I don't think that's going to happen. And the D-Ship, the DS, HP, and the Ship models have it making it to Category 3. Once again, I don't think that's going to happen. I believe that this will either be a low-end Category 2 storm or a high-end Category 1. One of the two. Now, we are going to take a look at Tropical Storm Colin here. And they have just issued the first advisory on Bonnie in the Pacific, so I'm assuming that means that the Atlantic side is done with Bonnie now. And as you guys can see, the center of Colin looks like it's just off the border here of South and North Carolina. And all the convection related to Colin seems to be, as I said, on that southeastern side of it. So I'm honestly surprised they even made this a tropical storm. To be completely honest, I'm surprised that they made this a tropical storm. But obviously, I'm not the one making those decisions. Is there any recon going out? No, there is not. Okay. Once again, here is the cone for Colin as of 8 a.m.'s advisory. And then model intensity guidance, I'll have this maybe becoming 45 miles per hour and then quickly dissipating immediately after. So that will do it for the video. I'll have another one on another tropical weather update video out in about, I'd say, 2 to 3 hours here on the 11 a.m. advisories for both Colin and Bonnie. And until then, guys, peace out. And I'll see you in the next one.